President Hage Geingob reiterated the country's position during the farewell courtesy visit by Cuba's outgoing head of mission at State House. The more than 60-year-old blockade prevents U.S. businesses from conducting trade with companies with Cuban interest, which is enforced through a number of U.S. laws. President Geingob has been consistent in arguing that the sanctions disadvantages the ordinary citizens and is not in line with rule-based international order.
I was asking for how long do you want to have a sanction against a country where a young person is born there 50 years ago. They don't know anything else but sanctions. What kind of freedom, what kind of democracy are we talking about in freedom of expression? When you deny the whole population group of that section of people, human beings, not to know anything but white-collar sanctions. That's what I said to the UN.
The years of bilateral ties between Namibia and Cuba has seen the two cooperating in health, construction and education sectors. This includes the dispatching of doctors and other professionals by Cuba to Namibia, while a number of Namibians study medicine at the island nation's prestigious institutions of higher learning. The outgoing head of mission says, despite the U.S. blockade constraining Cuba's economic growth, it will continue to assist its allies.
I have to say thank you very much for the cooperation for Namibia with Cuba in this 4 years to facilitate my work here in the country. Even if COVID-19 arrived, I made a lot of sense for the cooperation between Namibia and Cuba in that period. We will continue working. I will continue in the place where I have been in the Foreign Affairs Office. I will cooperate in order to try to reinforce also the relation between Cuba and Namibia. That is in my heart, it's in my mind, but that is something that came for a long time ago. It's not only now because I am the ambassador here, it's in the time of the war, in the time in Angola. It's the same spirit that we have to work.
Namibians, President Geingob says, will forever be indebted to Cuba, especially for the decisive Battle of Cuito Valley, where Cuban forces assisted SWAPO's planned fighters and the armed wing of MPLA to defeat the apartheid South African forces. The battle was a turning point in the liberation struggle.
Our support is based on what you have done to teach us what the principle is in supporting. President Castro said they didn't come and take gold and whatever, only to come and carry the dead bodies of Cuba. Such a sacrifice. What would you ask from people? So that's why we are appreciating because of Cuito Valley. We cannot tell a lie to ourselves. That's why we are sitting here. So how do we forget that? How can we? Maybe the young people are not us who are around. That's a difference. And I hope young people are listening. Some might say, why do you always support Cuba? You wouldn't have been here as independent people. You've not quit a Valley. Maybe we could have taken 20 years and a puppet government here. But that's what the difference is. That's why we support Cuba. Cuba supports us still.
Ambassador Acosta Adey heads back to the Cuban capital, Havana, on Tuesday. Blanche Correses, NBC News.